All this does is just underscore the idea that the feedback loop generally does not get enough care put into it as other parts of people's businesses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the podcast Feedback Matters, and specifically the series So You Want My Feedback, where we go through in real time, recorded live, surveys that we receive as part of living our daily lives. Normally, we're going in after surveys that are in the hospitality space, what we do, obviously, hotels and restaurants, but occasionally we do things outside of that. And today we're doing something which is not hospitality, but there are elements to it because it's a personal service. So there's personal interaction. So hospitality should be part of the service that is offered. Would you agree? Hi,
I
Rich, by the
totally
way. Welcome. Hello.
welcome. Hi, Jeff. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, I
So
totally
would you
agree.
agree?
Okay. Yeah, this time we're doing something a little different. I've got a follow-up survey from a hair salon that I frequent, and they often send follow-up surveys, and I thought it would be a good idea to check it out.
Okay. Well, first of all, it looks like you have a fresh cut. So this is probably a very recent survey
It's
and a
within
recent
a week.
experience.
Yeah.
And is this a local one single shop, or is it there are
No,
chains, or is it a regional?
it's
Is it
a
national, or
it's a believe it's at least regional, if not a national chain.
okay, perfect. All right. So you have forwarded to me, since I'm the host of our podcast, you forwarded to me the email that you received following your
Right.
visit. And I will pop that up onto our screen. Hang on, everybody. Okay, here we go. So here is the invitation that you received to give feedback following your lovely haircut. As always, I'll do our housekeeping and ground rules for how we do this, because this is both a video and audio podcast. For those of you who are just listening and cannot see the screen, we will read everything that appears on the screen so you know what we're talking about. And also, we do not divulge the name of the business that is sending the request for feedback, nor do we divulge the survey platform, if in fact there's a survey platform, once we get to that point, because that's not what this is about. This is just about identifying best practices and practices that could be better when asking guests and customers for feedback. So all that said, let's get into it. So the subject line of this email is, thank you for your visit. How was it? And then below that, there's the logo of the business, and it says, hi, Rich. Thank you for choosing name of the business. And it says the address. So to your point, it obviously is identifying a specific location, so they have more than one. We appreciate your business and hope you love your look. And then the next thing is there's a logo for Google reviews, and it says, your review matters. Help others discover our personalized service and your favorite expertly trained stylists. And then there's a link, a hyperlink, because it's underlined. Standard look for a hyperlink in an email. Share about your service on Google reviews here. And then below that, it says, is there a way we can improve your experience? And then another link, share details with us directly here. And then it says, you are a valued part of the name of the business's community, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. And then there's a logo for the Apple App Store and a logo for the Google Play Store. And below that, it says, please do not reply to this email as this address is not monitored. And then below that just shows the name and the address of the business.
Okay.
You go first with your thoughts.
Um, Two thoughts. I kind of like the opening sentence, the second sentence, excuse me. We appreciate your business and hope you love your look. It's kind of personal, and it's personalized to the type of business. And, it's like a hotel saying, we hope you loved your stay. So I like that, I like that. The only negative thing I thought of was I would prefer if this email invitation was signed by the store manager or any executive within the company. Uh, we often recommend that to our hospitality clients. I'm a little bit nitpicking here, but I personally like that.
Well, I mean, to that point, it has the opening of a quote unquote letter. It says, "Hi, Rich." There's a salutation, but no one signed it in any way. It doesn't.
Yeah,
There's no ending to it. It doesn't even say thanks and then the name of the business. Even it
right.
ends.
Yes, there should
So
be some conclusion to that letter.
correct. Agree. Anything else?
What about you? No, that's the two buttons. I assume they're live to take you to the app stores. I don't mind that at
For
all.
what? It doesn't tell you what you're. That's one of my things. It's like they show the app store, so I'm assuming they have an app, but they don't say download our app. They don't say anything. It just has the logos for the app
Well,
stores. Or
it does say download on the App Store and the Google
download what?
uh, get it on Google.
Download
At
what?
this, don't you think at this day and age everybody knows that's to go get the app?
Eh, but they tell you what the app is. Like why do I need their app? They should say you
Well,
could schedule appointments, you can have an account, maybe they have a
right.
rewards program, but they don't say anything. They just have it. And
I
to your
I
point
agree
of
with that.
says download on the App Store, that's a logo from Apple and the one that says get it on Google Play. That's a logo, a marketing logo that's distributed by both Google and the previous one
Right.
from Apple. That has nothing. They just put it there. So yes, most people realize there's an app, but there's no enticement to go there. Like, why would I go there? They're not even saying anything about it.
Yeah,
Like,
to
we
be
we have an app and you can do these things with the app.
right. I get it, and I'm backpedaling a little bit and agree with you.
I mean, I think this speaks to something that we run into over and over again. Like, if someone really carefully went through this email, they would see that it doesn't make sense. That
Right.
that that's just sitting there for no reason at all,
But
right?
yeah, you're right, and I'm like I said, I'm agreeing with you on that. I personally don't think it's as big a deal as you do,
It's
simply
not a big
because
deal. It's just, I would imagine they spent a lot of money developing their app, right?
yeah,
And they want people to engage with it.
yeah, no,
It's a
you're
it's a it's a
100% right.
miss. It's a miss. And it has nothing to do this has nothing to do with the feedback loop, obviously. It, in my mind, all this does for me is just underscore the idea that the feedback loop generally does not get enough care put into it as other
Totally,
parts of people's businesses. And this
totally.
is just one instance of it,
Yep,
right?
yep, yep.
Okay, that said, it doesn't matter, obviously,
No, but you're right.
especially about the
It would
feedback.
it would be more complete, and there still could be people out there who don't use the app, and it may be because obviously they want as many people as possible to download the app and to use the app. So it would be more enticing to them if they don't have the app, if there was just a little blurb about what they could do on the app. And you're right.
Do you have the app?
Yes, I do. I use it all the time.
You do. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. We are digressing, and it's my fault for doing that. I'm sorry.
that's
It's
all right.
just, it's just to me, it's just pointing out
It's a
what I've
valid
already
point.
said.
Absolutely
It's
valid
about
point.
attention to detail.
Yep.
So let's get back to the feedback portion of it.
Mhm.
So it's interesting how they've separated it. Like, we always talk about reviews being public feedback, and we
Right.
talk about surveys, guest experience and customer experience surveys being private feedback.
Right.
And they've beautifully distinguished between the two here, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's interesting they've prioritized, and it's no surprise most businesses feel this way, that the review or the public feedback is more important. So they put the
They put
the
that on top.
paragraph about, your review matters.
Right.
That's the first paragraph. And then after that, they're saying that is there a way we can improve your experience? Share details with us directly here. So they're kind of nuanced in a nuanced way saying, don't complain in the reviews, come to us, right?
Yes. Yeah. just the way they asked the question, is there a way we can improve your experience there? Sort of influencing you to think of something that didn't go well and let them know so they can improve.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't mind it so much, but
I don't either.
yeah,
I don't mind it either. It's just interesting how they did
yeah,
it,
definitely
right?
different. Yeah,
Okay. So I think we can move on, right?
yep,
The one other thing, I guess, and this is something we see also is, again, we mentioned that there's no conclusion, no one signed it, that the company didn't even say thanks or whatever. They
right.
did say you're a valued part of the community, and we look forward to seeing you again soon, but they didn't sign it, so to speak. But below the buttons to go to the App Store and the Google Play Store, it says, "Please do not reply to this email as this address is not monitored." We see this over and over again. Why isn't there a help desk? Why can't you reach somebody?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's not hard to do, but
Mm.
they go out so many times we see this. We just don't want anything coming back.
What is the email address that it was sent from?
Hang
Can you
on.
scroll up for a sec? No reply. Yeah, okay.
There's no reply at the name of the business.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, let's just quickly. I know we're not going to do it, but I just want to make sure that this goes directly to the Google reviews page. This link, it opened in a different. It did. Okay, so that's that, and then let's.
Just before you click that, do you mind that the wording of shared details with us directly here?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, I'm unclear as to what's going to happen now. Aren't you? Is it going to
Yeah.
be a form just to, or is it going to just open my email application?
But
I don't
yeah,
know. This
it
could be a
doesn't
really short
distinctively
episode. This
say,
might be a super short episode,
yeah,
right?
it doesn't
Here we
say,
go.
click
Here
here
we go.
to take the survey. Um,
Let's do it.
but let's see.
Okay, so this is what opens up when you click that. So to be clear, this is where you get when you click share details with us directly here. So this is not a review. They're saying that this is going directly to them, right?
Hmm.
Okay, for those who are just listening, on the left side of the screen, it says, "We value your feedback. Please rate your experience with us." And then it looks like it's a placeholder for a profile picture, and it says the name. I assume that's the name of your stylist.
Yes, it is.
And then just some details about when you were there and just what, I don't know, whatever that means.
Well, there's
However,
categories there's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
membership type categories.
Okay, that's fine. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then to the right side of the screen, there are 5 outlined stars. So as we know, they're assuming, and I think this is okay, that you just click on the star rating that you feel is appropriate,
Right.
and they're assuming that everyone is familiar with the 5-star rating system, which is true to
Well,
mostly true. It wouldn't hurt to
it wouldn't
give
hurt to,
some guidance as to what it means, but
yeah, it wouldn't hurt
most
to
people are
label,
familiar with 5-star rating systems in all kinds of businesses.
but typically you would see, poor to excellent,
Yeah,
on
correct.
the screen here. Uh,
Mhm.
so I would definitely recommend that. And also, um, this has nothing to do with the quality of the survey, but I would put the business logo on the top of every single page. Just
Yeah,
consistency and, aesthetics.
yep.
You have a big white spot in there. And
Yeah, there's plenty of real estate. I mean, it's a very clean, simple layout, which is great, but there should be a little branding here. It wouldn't hurt just
yeah,
to, they're reminding you of the service you had of who your stylist was
yeah.
when you were there. You're right. That should be there. And interestingly, I mean, again, we clicked a button that said, or a link that said, share details with us directly here. And that was to answer the question, is there a way we can improve your experience? And they're starting by asking us for a rating or asking you for a rating, which maybe they're just trying to frame how all this is going to go.
Right.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, you don't know what's going to follow.
Wait,
How many
let's
pages?
go. Let's see what it is.
Yeah,
What's your rating?
5.
Okay, great. I would agree. It's a good haircut. Okay, and now they respond. They show you your rating once you click it, and they're reacting to it. It says great above the now filled in stars.
Um,
And please let us know what you liked. And then there are a bunch of buttons: ease of check-in, hairstylist, price, quality, salon, cleanliness, service speed, short wait time, something else. And then there's a text box where you can type in comments. And then there's a button below that.
so that says
And
this is all we're getting.
that seems to be true. So, okay, what else do you have to say about this?
I don't mind it. Um, the attributes that you are evaluating are all important to this type of business. It appears because of the submit button that they don't want to go into a deep dive on any particular attribute. So I'm okay with it. How about you?
I mean, it's fine, but again, we got here because the link to get here was under the following the question, is there a way we can improve your experience? Share details with us directly here. So, I mean, this is basically a private survey slash review as they're framing it in the email. So it's a little confusing what we're doing here. I mean, I wonder, I don't know if we can do this. I don't think we can go backwards. We can't use the back button. Can I change the rating? I can change the rating. So, oh, interesting. So once you
So
hit
the attributes
4,
change too.
yes, they do. So, all right. So you had selected 5, and then I read the choices, and the reaction was great. Um, Clicking 4 stars, it's still the reaction is great and the same. Attributes or qualities carry of the positive
Hmm.
things that you liked are still the same. If
Right.
you click 3 stars, they're saying we're sorry your experience wasn't the best. Please let us know what wasn't right. And these are the choices. And I assume that these are
They're basically the same choices,
choose as
just on the
many.
negative side.
Correct. It's difficult to book, issue with stylist, long wait time, price, quality service, salon cleanliness, service speed, something else, and the text box. And let's see if you click 2 stars, same. Click 1 star, same. Okay, so
Promoters and detractors.
some flavor of that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I actually like the interface. I like the platform they're using to do this. It's a very simple interface, very easy to use, and it's reactive. Things happen as you do them on the page. So you're not submitting and getting these reactions. So it's the page itself is interactive, which is great. The question becomes, what happens once we get past this, when we click the submit button? So we're going to go on, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so which of these attributes led to this 5 stars you gave it? Ease
Ease
of
of
check-in,
checking.
yes. Good.
Yes.
You like
Hairstylist.
the hairstylist? Yes.
Yeah.
Price? Yes.
No.
No,
Uh,
you didn't like
quality, cleanliness is good.
well, service speed,
Service speed is good.
short wait time,
No, I would leave it at that.
and then something else, nothing, and then you don't need to say anything else in the
No.
open text. Okay. So I'll click submit. Let's see what happens. Okay. So um it's saying your comments have been copied to your device clipboard so they can use it, because it now says on this side, share your review with others, and you're going back to Google. I would assume that if you had done a 3 star review, you wouldn't have gotten this. Correct?
Right.
The platform is very well done. They're to the point before of they're delineating in the email the difference between public and private feedback. They are giving you the opportunity to share it private, share good and bad privately. I would say I have no problem with any of it. The only thing that I would change is that the way this is described in the email, is there a way we can improve your experience? Because that's not what we got to really is. It's a chance to both give positive and negative. And I think that this would better serve them to word it in a way that says, please share your feedback with us privately. And then, for the positive ones, they can still give them the opportunity. They do still give you the opportunity to go on to Google reviews. I don't think they're getting the most out of it because of the
Well,
way they word
let
it. The problem is that they're not getting as many people going through this as they could because of the way this is worded here.
right.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This email invitation or email follow-up could be better in a number of ways. The way this is worded, a signature, as you mentioned, a description, again, not related to feedback, a description of what their app does for those who
Yeah.
don't have it.
Yeah. This sentence should be reworded. All you're doing is sharing the details of your experience. I mean, that's really
Right.
what it should say.
I mean,
Details.
it's clear to me that the reason they did this, getting back to how we, first went through this when we were just looking at the invitation in the beginning of this, is that they're clearly delineating what we call public feedback versus private feedback. And they're wording, is there a way we can improve your experience? Specifically, they want to push anything negative privately, which is understandable. But, some people don't want to leave a review, and they do want to they would leave positive feedback, and they're sort of not they're not giving, because we were unsure what was going to happen when it says share details with us directly here. We were unsure whether we were going to get a survey, or my email composer window was going to open, or we
Right.
were just going to get a complaint form. And we got actually what you see often, which is a survey in the form of a review, but you have the choice to leave a review, which is good.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
that's
that
good.
they're just not using it as best they could. They have a good tool, but they could use it better.
Yep.
So,
All right.
anything else?
As you said earlier, it just seems a lot of folks don't try to fine tune it and really, reread and proofread and think about how they're wording things. But overall, it's good.
For sure. All right. Well, that'll do it for this
Okay.
episode. So you want my feedback, part of the Feedback Matters podcast. Rich, as always, thank you. Thank you for sharing your haircut experience with the world.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And
it's fun.
And we will be back soon with another episode. Thanks again for taking the time to join us today.
If you want to
Take care.
comment on my haircut, reach out to me on LinkedIn.
See ya.